Welcome to another episode on our channel. I've talked a lot about art boxes over the last few episodes, but I wanted to show you an example of an art box that could be made. I actually am cleaning out some of the art boxes, found this one, and this is corrugated cardboard. But notice it actually looks halfway decent. So if you really wanted to keep it, you could. For me, I would be recycling it. But this held a Thunder Toys black outfitted Spider-Man. And I got it. It has a great body, a great Spider-Man head, and I used a Tobey Maguire Hot Toys head to replace the Spider-Man head, and it looks awesome. So this is going to be recycled, but cardboard boxes aren't that bad, really. Anyway, that's just an example. I thought that was cool that we actually found that when we were cleaning boxes out. So moving on to another topic, I thought this might be interesting, and then we will get back on the customizing, kit bashing trail again, because that's where all the joy is instead of talking about things. But these are, when you think about, they're important issues. And the issue today that I thought might be valuable to talk about are artisan figures. And basically, according to Sideshow and according to the YouTubers I've watched who've covered artisan figures, the only difference really between a collector edition figure from Hot Toys and an artisan figure is that they're using high quality rooted hair. And you could be spending $155 for that one edition, maybe a little less depending on what figure you're talking about. Now it looks awesome, can't deny that, but for me it's cost prohibitive to spend $150 or more or $100 or something like that to replace the figures I already have. I think In Art was the company that got this all started recently by producing their versions of rooted haired figures and high quality figures and so forth. But they've had some quality assurance problems from what I understand in canvassing YouTube. And so I've never gotten it In Art 1/6 scale figure. I almost did with the Batman, Robert Pattinson, because at least they had the messy hair look, even with the molded hair figures. And Hot Toys wasn't having the messy look at first until people started to complain. And a whole ton of people complained to such an extent that Hot Toys slowed production down, created a messy hair look, and then I got the Hot Toys version. Unbeknown to me, the version I got, which was $75 cheaper than the top version, didn't have the gun. So I had a holster, rig, the holster, the belt, and so forth, no gun. I thought they forgot to send me a gun. And then I started to look on Sideshow's website, started comparing the two versions that they had on sale. And apparently the one that cost $75 more had the sticky bomb gun plus a couple other things, which the other things I didn't care about, but the gun would have been nice, but it wouldn't have been worth $75. So even if I had known ahead of time that in order to get the gun, I'd have to pay $75 more, I wouldn't have done it. So I just put a different gun in there. It looks just fine to me. So I'm good to go there. But Hot Toys has been pushing the artisan figures and focusing on artisan figures. So far they've come up with, I think, about 14 or 15 artisan figures. And one of the things that was kind of being talked about early in this process is that these figures, you can turn around and sell them for almost twice the cost. And even though that might have been true in the beginning, we're already seeing, when it swings way over and you start making money, it has a tendency to kind of swing back into the middle equilibrium. It slows down, and that appears to be happening as we speak. Some figures are holding true to that. Yeah, you sell it now, you'll probably make twice or more than twice what you paid for it, like Wonder Woman. Another figure that is probably holding its own is Pirates of the Caribbean Jack Sparrow. A figure that is maybe not double the price, but a little lower. I'm keeping my eyes on something that's being bid on right now, because the original price, according to Sideshow, for this artisan figure, the Joker with the purple coat, not the imposter one, was $520. All of these artisan figures are waitlist option now, so you can't get them from Sideshow unless somebody doesn't follow through with a purchase or they find an extra one or something like that. But $520 was the original price, and what I see is $800. I see one on sale in the secondary market for $800, and no charges in terms of shipping and handling. So it's not quite twice. 520. Is that what I said? I think I said 520, 800. That's not quite twice what was paid for it, but it's still holding its own. It's still making a profit. But there is one that is being bid on now that's at $205.50. It'll be curious to see how far that goes up. Does that go up to a little less than 800, or does it go up to about $520, what it sold originally for? That one I want to keep my eyes on, because I'll be curious about that. So it may be holding its own, but if that doesn't sell at more than $520, then it may not be holding its own. But other things are definitely not holding their own. If we look at Iron Spider, Tom Holland, the list price at Sideshow was $460. That's the list price. In terms of the secondary market, as we speak right now, it's on sale for $568.58 and about $14.99 for shipping and handling. So that's a 100+ gain. Now, by the time you factor in what they paid for the item through Sideshow, taxes, shipping and handling, what it sells for, $568.58 at the buy it now price, and the eBay fees that will be attached to it, we're going to start to strip down that 100+ profit. It's going to go lower than 100+. It's probably going to end up, my guess would be maybe about $70 in terms of the gain, which is still a profit, but not as nice as the $110 or something like that. So anyway, so that one isn't holding its own like Wonder Woman, like Jack Sparrow, and to a lesser extent like the Joker in the purple coat. When we look at the Joker in the imposter outfit, that as an artisan figure through Sideshow was listed at $445. $445 right now. Again, $445. Right now I see one listed on eBay, secondary market, with everything included, for $460. So $445 to $460, that's like $15 gain, which won't be a gain, again, by the time you factor in taxes, shipping and handling on Sideshow side, and eBay fees on eBay side. That won't be a gain. So it's not holding its own. What else? What's not holding its own? Black Widow is not holding its own. So on Sideshow, it's listed at $385, and I see on eBay, buy it now, $400, $385, $400, $15 gain, no shipping and handling. And again, by the time you factor in taxes, shipping, handling, eBay fees, it's no longer a $15 gain. It's a loss. Another one not holding its own is Harley Quinn. So the artisan figure with Harley Quinn was $425, and I see it on eBay listed at $400. So it's already taken a dive. No shipping and handling. All right. And is there anything else not holding its own? Moon Knight, artisan on Sideshow, that initially sold list price $425, on eBay on the secondary market. So from $425 to $400, no shipping and handling. Dive. What can you say? Some are holding their own, some are kind of hanging in there, and some have already, the pendulum has moved back to the middle. You're probably not even breaking even. You're losing money. So it's a little past the, we went over here to a high price, and now it's not even in the middle. It's a little over on the other side. So anyway, that's what I'm seeing right now. We'll keep our eyes on this and see what happens in the future. My gut says this is not a market that's sustainable. This would be designed for elite collectors who are going to keep their eyes open on the primary market, not the secondary market, because they want their 1/6 scale figures to be in pristine condition, and it's more likely in the primary market. So elite collectors are probably going to get the figures at the price it's listed at. By the time it gets to the secondary market, you're not going to find a lot of people who can afford the prices that people have tried to sell these things for. It's going to be right around what they bought it for, if not less. I hope that makes sense. It kind of makes sense to me, but it may not make sense to you guys. I guess as time rolls on, we'll start to see more and more if this truly is sustainable, but what I'm seeing right now, it's not, except for a few figures that might be very, very much valued. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed what you've heard. Please put in your 2 cents regarding this discussion. It'll be interesting to see what you think about artisan figures. I think they look great. I just can't afford these prices. And even if I could, I probably wouldn't spend my money on these figures. I'd be quite content with just the collector editions. And it's getting harder to afford those figures. So anyway, put your 2 cents in. I hope you enjoyed the introduction of the topic. If you have, consider giving us a thumbs up and subscribing to our channel. In the meantime, everyone, please have a great day.